Hey guys, it's Chedic, and in today's video we will be covering, well, the throwback of Twine Endurance. Man, I haven't done a video of this in like 2 months, imagine that. Now, before we get started, I just want to say a few things. I guess now is a good time to say this. No, I will not build your endurance for you. As much as you guys want to ask me, this is me building the endurance for you. I built it, and now you just have to copy it. And if it messes up, fix it. I try, but like I can't make the best builds in the game. I mean, you know, these are some very good builds. However, I have been having flaws with Hill South on the higher waves, and like wave 29 they throw out the block off. However, I added this new piece of block off to add it, and I just don't test Twine Endurance anymore. So I kind of want to just get this build out and then, you know, eventually do Devil North and Beach North. Beach North I have something for though. Devil North though. Ooh, I'm not even going to stress myself with that, honestly. I got college finals, you know? So first things first, we're going to talk about Hill West, and this is the Senekia Hill West with a few edits that I have done myself. You can find the original Senekia Hill West on Alora's channel, Alora SC. And then we will talk about Hill South. This one was by Soul Reaper Gamer. He showed me it, and then I constantly did some adjustments to make it work in the high waves. And then at the end of it, it still didn't work, so Clicky came in, added this block off. And since then, I have not tested it, but it should work. You know, on the wave 29, if you don't fail, just pop out a few Santa's Little Helpers and just go to town, or Metal Marauders and just, you know, blast them. If they do hit, then I'm sorry, but I know Hill West works perfectly, and Hill South, it does work on most of the waves. It's AFK, and you can AFK at the amplifier. However, when I say AFK, it doesn't mean you can AFK at the over there. That means you can AFK at the amplifier. And yeah, so let's get started. I'm not going to be snapping in Hill South. I'm just going to be saying eventually it'll be there, so keep in or sift through the videos. So first things first, we're going to talk about the block off on Hill West, and then we'll talk about the real amplifier. So what you want to start off is with 2 ramps. Once you reach these 2 hills, we're about to close in, is 2 ramps, each of them facing different sides, one southwest and one northwest. Then you're going to be placing down 2 walls. Oh, we'll snap in the traps in a second. Then you're going to be doing half sandwiches with a sandwich facing the southwest. And then these 3 sandwiches in the tiles on the right of them will be half sandwiches, I think. Yeah, half sandwiches with the tiles, with the pyramids facing the northwest. Then you will surround those. And once they're surrounded, you're going to jump to the left. No tiles under these. These are half sandwiches. And this sandwich is going to be towards the southwest, and I guess this one could be towards the southwest too. And there will be full half sandwiches. There's no walls along these because you don't need to put walls along the natural terrain. So that's why they're empty like that, and there's no floors under these. That's why the lava spouts come through. And then from here, you're going to go 4 tiles down and put in half sandwiches, and that is all. Half sandwiches, but you have to cover them from behind, and that is all the half sandwiches. And then we're going to do a lava bomb shift. So in front of those sandwiches, you should have 3 walls, because you did them. What you're going to do is you're going to put down 4 tiles. This will shift the lava bomb to the west over here into this area. And then you will be placing roofs all along those floor tiles. And this will stop flingers from being able to fling from your amplifier. They won't even be able to fling. They'll just go into the tunnel and be good. And that makes you save some tiles on the lava shield. So from there, you can add... From there, you will have those 4 tiles down. You will close this off, otherwise flingers will walk through and they'll attack these walls, break through it, and fling. If you don't put down these walls, they will break that. So add that, and here is the lava bomb. Bop, easy peasy. Then what you're going to do is from this tile right here, you're going to turn to the right, put a wall down, and put a 4x wall launcher. Oh, before we talk about the traps, these are all the traps on the screen. I'll give it a second. I don't know how long this usually takes, so I'm just gonna wait a bit. I think it's done now, so let's continue with the video. So, this also for Twine Endurance, if any of you canny Endurance people are watching, when I say 4x, 3x, or 5x, I mean 4x, 3x, or 5x. I was originally a Twine Endurance player, and I built my tunnels for Twine Endurance, and all these traps are for Twine Endurance. So everything here matters. If I'm saying 4x, then place down a 4x. If I'm saying 3x, then place down a 3x. If you place down any different traps, it might not be as effective as mine, so make sure you do that. So now let's get back to it. So this wall launcher is a 4x. It will launch them down here into front of these 2 wall launchers right here, which will also be 4x's. On top of them will be ceiling gas traps. That'll connect these and allow these to float. And then you're going to come to the middle wall launcher, the 4x one, which will send them over here and send them down there. These are also 4x wall launchers. These will send them down here. It won't send smashers, but it'll basically fling basic huss over here and flingers and stuff all the way down there, potentially into the lava or onto the platform right there, onto that floor. Then there will be ceiling gases all along them, and there won't be any ceiling gases on this empty tile right here because this is also too far from flingers to fling, so you'll be fine. From the left of that, you will start placing sandwiches. Again, what you're going to do is you're going to be placing a full sandwich facing the southwest, no walls here because there's no reason to, because they won't break that, they won't fall, and then another full sandwich behind that, I mean a half sandwich behind that, and a wall, and you are good to go. Then you can jump back in, and from here you're going to be going to an empty tile with a 4x or 3x, doesn't matter. Honestly, I think this is a 3x, to send the husk back down there. Wall darts facing the broadside, the wall launcher. That's an impact threshold video. Just take my word for it. It's not like any. Ceiling gas at this part right here, so you can catch some husk, not at the end because you won't be able to catch anything from there. And then ceiling gases all along. Then we get to this corner piece, wooden floor spikes, 4x wall launcher to recycle them all the way down there. I think this is a 3x actually. Yeah, this is a 3x probably. And 4x wall launcher to recycle them all the way down there. Ceiling gas on top. Then another empty tile. No wall here. I put a wall here because I didn't want husk to coagulate and all walk up through here, because then they would essentially skip this wall launcher, and I think that's much worse than having a wall launcher here. Empty tile here. You need this tile, otherwise flingers will fling through that gap, or they'll try to and end up breaking the ceiling. And a ceiling gas on top. From here there is a tar pit, wall darts on the left, ceiling gas on top, empty tile with a ceiling on top. You could just put a wall if you want to, personally, but I don't think though. The aesthetic is kind of nice. Ceiling, oh damn it, that's not my sword. Ceiling on top. Then you're going to be making a floating platform. Senekya, you really did start the floating platform builds. Also, I didn't mention this in the video, but this wall right here is to catch all of the husks that get launched from this floating thing, the floating platform, and fall into the lava. Smashers, flingers, and all that. If you do not catch them, there's a high chance that the flingers will land on the island and fling. So please do make sure you put this wall. It starts off from that tile that starts to change colors in the terrain. We're the originator. That build, home base east, freaking bridge, pit, all of them originated from Senekya's bright idea to make floating platform. So from here, what you're going to be doing is placing a floor tile, then you're going to be placing 2 more floor tiles, a ramp, and then another floor tile. This will cause a floating platform. However, it's the best tunnel in the game, without a doubt. And then ceiling gas on top. And then to the right of these tiles, you're going to be placing a 3x or a 4x. Honestly, I put a 3x here, and a 4x here. And then you're going to be placing another tile here. No trap on it. This is just to connect it. A 4x and then another 4x. It could be 3x's if you want, but it doesn't matter. And then it doesn't matter in this situation. Then you're going to be placing a ceiling on top of these. You're going to leave an empty tile here, then another ceiling up there, a wall to connect it, and then another ceiling right there. And all of them should be tars. If you put floor freeze traps, dude, I will end you. I will end your existence. Do not put floor freeze traps. If you do not have tars, put wooden floor spikes. And if you put floor freeze traps, you're most likely not clearing endurance. Don't at me. Alright, so that's all of Hill West. That's the whole build. That's the whole Senekya build with Chedic adjustments. It's pretty cheap, but I have friends who said it's cheap. They can make a cheaper version, and I want to fight them. But anyway, so before we move on to Hill South, we're just going to talk about all the block off that we put here. This was not for Hill West. This is all for Hill South. So starting at the amplifier, where you surround it with walls, surround your amplifier with walls, or they will attack the block off. You're going to be placing, that goes for pit too, if you haven't done the pit one yet. You're going to be putting 4 tiles down, all the way down here, turn to the west and put another 4 tiles down. Put the whole thing with pyramids, put pyramids all along it. And then on these 3 pyramids, you're going to surround it with walls, and that is it. This is an extra layer of block off, so they don't break things on Hill South. I haven't tested if this works. Probably doesn't. So you might fail on Wave 29 with this Hill South. Until I, actually want to get my shit together and actually go back to Hill South and put it together. This will probably last you into the upper echelons of like below Wave 25. I have not given it a full test on Wave 29, so I do not know, but my last test on Wave 29, I failed. I failed hard. because they broke off from this side right here. They thought this was low amount of block off. A smasher did. So, you know, that says something. That block off might help. So, with that block off, we're going to start. So, these are all full sandwiches. Every single one of these are full sandwiches, except for the sandwiches that are on the outside. You're going to be placing a full sandwich at the start of this hill right here. And you're going to jump to the south and another full sandwich. Jump to the south, another full sandwich. Jump to the west, another full sandwich. Jump to the south, another full sandwich. Jump to the west, another full sandwich. And then jump to the west, and it's another full sandwich. And from there, you're going to jump from this one right here. You're going to go back. You jump to the east. You're going to jump to the north, another full sandwich. Jump to the east, another full sandwich. Jump to the north again, and another full sandwich. And then you should have it all filled in. It should all be filled in. It should look like this. Basically, from here, you go in, you put a pyramid, then you put a full sandwich, then another pyramid, then a full sandwich, then a pyramid, and then another full sandwich. Basically, the objective of this build was to be as cheap as possible, however, be an infinite recycler at the same time. And, well, it's still in kind of the works, I would say. But this is not, it's not the best one, but it's cheap. It's cheaper in my opinion, because it's not taking up a lot of traps, and it'll help with all of the loading because it won't crash the game as much. From there, you're going to jump down onto, and this is one's just infinite and AFK, it was the best. And then you're going to jump down from the hill, and you're going to be placing 2 walls with 4x wall launchers on top of it. Behind those, you're going to be placing down 2 ceilings. And then on that ceiling, you're going to be placing a wall. For now, edit that wall to jump up. There will be 2 pyramids and then a wall. And then on top of those 2 pyramids, there will be, well, ceiling pieces. Because I don't know why. I'm going to leave it because I put it there for a reason. Ah, flinger problem, that's right. I had a flinger issue at that one time. And then that will be it. That'll be the front side. And that will be the block off the staircase. I really wish I could put a tile right here because it would stop every single problem. But you can't, so you shan't. And then it should be good. Jump down from here into the front of the tunnel, and there is a 4x wall launcher in front of it to greet all the husks that come up from here. They will just get recycled down with a wooden floor spike on the bottom, wall darts on the left, and ceiling gas on top, and a ceiling gas right here too to hit the husks. And then you're going to move a tile to the east, ceiling gas on top. We're going to talk about the rest of that in a second, don't worry. Then you're going to move 1 tile to the north. It is a wooden floor spike, wall launcher, 4x, ceiling gas. Then a tar pit, wall launcher, 4x, and a ceiling gas. To the right of that, there is a full tile. I think you could honestly, no, you can't remove this tile. You could, there's an empty tile here, ceiling gas on top. Edited wall piece to make sure they hit this wall launcher, which was weird. Well, I just wanted them to have, you don't really actually need that tile, do you? Well, I'm gonna leave it there. And then a tar pit, wall launcher, ceiling gas. You can move 1 more tile to the north. Tar pit, wall launcher, ceiling gas. Nothing on this. Could put a wall dart if you want, if you have the tiles. Empty tile right here. Then I'll edited wall piece like so, just in case you need it. Tar pit, wall launcher, ceiling gas, and then a ramp with a wall to the left of it, and then a wall on top of that with a wall launcher, and then 2 tiles going down with 2 more wall launchers on it. Behind this wall launcher, there is a floor to connect the amplifier, and that's about it. And then you should have an empty gap right here. Put in a pyramid. Also, make the whole build out of metal. Don't be cheap. If you put brick, it will definitely not work. Probably should have said that earlier. But if you're building out of brick, then my condolences to you. And then from there, you're going to come on top of the build with all the ceiling gases. You're going to come up here and go a tile to the east, put a tile down. 2 tiles to the south, 1 tile to the west, 2 tiles to the south again, 1 tile to the west, 2 more tiles to the south, and then all the way down where your ceiling pieces were before, and then fill in all of the gaps. There should be some gaps. Then you're going to drop down, and we're going to talk about what happens. Basically, this tunnel is a recycler where they all fall down here, and once they fall down here, they will walk over here. And once they walk over here, you'll have a wall launcher, 4x or 3x, doesn't matter, with the 1 wall dart behind it. This will recycle the husks onto here, and then this 4x wall launcher with no trap on top of it, or the tar pit, will recycle the husks over here. That is why that tar pit is there. And there is nothing here but ceilings because you don't want flingers to fling. If flingers could fall down, they would fling, but flingers can't. And now one more thing. Over here, we'll open it up. From here, at this ramp, you're going to be placing 2 walls high. You're going to also be placing a tile here and place it into a triangle. From every part of the ceiling, you're going to place a tile down, 1 here, 2 here, and then 1 here as well to edit the pyramids. And then every wall down here. You're going to leave this side open though, because for some reason, flingers from Lava Pit like to go over here and get stuck. It's very cute. And then you're going to be placing 3 ramps, and that extra tile that you place down will come in handy now. You can give it a nice aesthetic. And then you're going to be placing another 2 ramps, and this tile will be edited in a different way to give it an aesthetic from the other side. And then from here, you're going to be placing a wall. This is up here. It's just that wall right here behind this wall. I'm sure you're going to be placing a wall. And I think that is it. All of it metal, by the way. That is all of it. I've been having slight issues with this amplifier, but I think it is quite good. And I think that's about it. I think there's nothing else for us to talk about. I might move the camera just a little bit down. So I should have done that the whole time, actually. And yeah, I would say that's it. That's my Hill amplifier. Again, Hill South was still going through testing, but I've quit. I've long since quit Twine Endurance. I've moved on to Canny, and I shall not build for Twine Endurance for a while. So this Hill South is basically 90% done. If you guys want to finish it, feel free, but I won't. I really won't. And anything else I want to talk about? Beach North, I have a build for it. I do. It's a combination of what Rob showed me on 10.20 and what Flipper showed me with 11.20. She basically showed me giant lava shield, and I was like, oh, that's cute, and it works, and I like it. If you guys would like to see it, here's a little sneak peek. Let's just angle it, and there we go. Bop. It's basically, it's tiles that are broken, but it's basically Flippers and the old Robbie's design put together. And then I put, it's like really just cute. I like it. But that's just basically a sneak peek. If you guys do want that, let me know. It's something we actually have to fight in. I have footage of this amplifier too. It's pretty nice. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm very sorry that I have not given you this Hill amplifier, even though it's been the same thing for 2 months already, and it's been, yeah, I'm sorry about that. But I hope you forgive me. I hope you can. But Twine Endurance kind of died for me, even though I kind of grew my channel on Twine Endurance. It's something I moved past from because, well, they kept changing it and it kept annoying me, and I tried to keep being positive about it, but I couldn't do it anymore, you know? I really couldn't. It was too much for me, made me upset, stressed me out, constant changes with this. It was just something I didn't want to play around with that other amplifier. Ridge, all that. It was just not fun anymore. And yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Toodles.